Connect the VOES. There's the connection there. Chuck that on and it's done. Okay, so honesty is still the best policy. Don't forget to connect your fuel line. That's the position I've got the on-off petcock or fuel switch. Just coming out like that, I can reach down and turn this on to reserve. I can also see if there's fuel in the fuel line, and so now it's connected. It's hard to buy fuel switches with the outlet on the other side, so you can have it coming down here, but I think this might work. Two helicopters over there. They've been over there for about 15 minutes. 2:01 PM on Saturday, 8th of August 2015. So they've got a helicopter dragging some type of a ball behind it. Could be a fire. Right, here comes a plane. He's going to dump. I don't know if that's showing up. There he goes. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that one's gone over the other side of the hill. Thinking at this stage that this could be a practice run. Could be deliberately lit, but it could also be a a practice for the real thing. You wouldn't believe it, but there's a flock of birds coming over right where the helicopters are. I'll be able to see them there. Yeah, a flock of birds have got out of the way. Gee, they're pretty fast. About to dump the water. Yes, I'll always put on the negative or black lead first. Today I went for my learner heavy combination license. Just for the learners. I got it. Luckily didn't get an answer wrong, so now I try and get my license for heavy combination. Slowly getting there. I've got more than 5.5 years experience behind me as a truck driver, driving around the CBD and surrounds. I got a once a week trip to Canberra. So if anybody in the transport industry wants to get in contact with me, I can leave my place of employment and change jobs. I'm looking for a job driving a heavy combination and eventually multi combination. At the moment I drive a 10.5 tonne and a 4 tonne Isuzu, and yeah, that's the goal, to drive bigger trucks. Okay, so new plugs and timing. Okay, so you can see it's all sooted up. Okay, so I've got these plugs, iridium plugs, DCP R7EIX. I've got a tiny point on the end, so we'll give them a try. These are gapped at about 1mm, so I've gapped them to specifications in the manual. The rear cylinder, this is the cylinder that wasn't firing. It's all you know, really badly sooted up. Okay, again gapped at about 1mm. Iridium spark plug, NGK. Well, it sounds good, you know, there's no backfiring. Maybe the plugs had a lot to do with it. If so, those plugs I purchased were bad plugs. Yeah, it really likes those plugs. Okay, so next is the timing, and then I'll probably call it a day. Okay, this is the these are the spark plugs that I took out, and one of the spark plugs is just about exactly 1mm, or I'll say 1 1.5. The other plug was a little bit wide. That was 1.1 millimeters, so that's where it should be, just there, sort of between around about there and there, but yeah, it's wound around to there. Although I think that a combination of all the work has fixed this bike, I'd strongly suggest using iridium spark plugs and changing them often. And about the rear cylinder not working, I think that the front cylinder probably maintains the engine running, and the rear cylinder might, you know, govern the revs per minute. I don't do advertisements. Never have, never will. They're the spark plugs I put in. Okay, so that fire over there, that was training practice. Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to time the engine. This is the first time I've ever timed a motorbike. So here goes. Not exactly sure where the timing mark should be, so I'm going to put the timing mark right in the middle of the window here. So I'm going to get this so that it'll just drag as I turn it. Okay, so I've had to just grind this down so it fits into the Allen bolt there. I've got this timing plug that's got an extendable end. If you get the one with the shorter end, I think it's going to be hard to actually get in there. Okay, you can probably see the crank or the big end there. If you don't have a see-through timing plug like this, you will get an oil bath. Okay, the oil will spray out. In fact, if you go to my channel and put in Harley oil bath, you'll probably find the video there. I'm able to wind it in if I don't wear PVC gloves. Okay, so it's sitting against the flywheel, or almost there. Okay, it's now against the flywheel. I'm just going to back it off a little bit. I got that plug for about $17 or $18 delivered from eBay, where I live. Okay, this was about 26 bucks delivered. Okay, front cylinder lead. Okay, we're on a separate battery to the bike, and we connect the negative to the negative post first and then the positive, and be careful because it's easier than you think to mix them up. Okay, so I'm going to warm up the motor, then I'm going to just increase or decrease the tightness or the drag. I'm going to move this way or that way and line up the mark on the big end there in the middle of the window. Then I'm just going to tighten these up, stop the motor and put it back together. So you may be able to see this gap here. That's so that you can get a a screwdriver and just adjust it like so. Okay, well here's a new one. When I press the button to start it, nothing happens, so just turn on the ignition and there's the starter button. Yeah, it just cut out, so anyway. Yeah, so that was really strange. I went to time it and I picked up the light, and just as I did, the bike died. I went to try and start it and it wouldn't start. I turned the camera on and it starts up, so I don't know. Okay, so when I turn this timing plate here, I'm not actually able to see a line but two dots. So and it's where the two dots line up. Okay, this is a Trisco, T-R-I-S-C-O, Trisco timing light, and what I find is when you connect this pickup, don't put it on the rounded bit. It's got to be on a straight bit of you know, spark plug lead. If you put it on this part of the wire, the timing light won't flash. Okay, this is a 1996 engined 1994 bike. Okay, so what we've got to do is get these two holes, these two round marks, they've got to be in the middle of the window. Okay, so with that, I don't know if the camera picked that up, but through the timing plug there, I could see two dots. Okay, and I just I turned this until I got the two dots. It's pretty well central in the window, in the adjustment area, and that's how I got the bike. That's the way the bike came when the troubles first started, so I can safely say it wasn't a timing issue. So I'll lock that all in now. So that's how I first fired the bike up, was just adjusting this timing plate, but when it's all said and done it was in the right position anyway. I can't explain picking up the timing light and aiming it at the timing plug and the bike quits, and then I try and press the starter button and nothing happens. Yeah, that's really weird. Then it reset itself and it went fine. Okay, I'm going to call it a day. Got a bit of mess to pack up. So see you on the next video.